Hello from Michigan.
So everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make a rattlesnake burrito from pretty much like scratch. So let's get started. Basically all you only need is the bacon fries. Bacon pie would have been good on it. Now the rattlesnake steak fries, which I showed you how to make, which I'll leave in the beginning of the video. Alright, here's all the ingredients. First off, you're going to need steak. You can use flank steak. I'm using top sirloin. I'm going to be using seasoning, taco seasoning. I got the less sodium because I can't have the salt. Here's the fries. Fries I'm going to be using extra crispy. These fries do have a coating like rice flour and modified like starch and stuff on the outside, so they will get extra crispy. And here's all the other stuff you'll need too. See, I'll start out with this real quick. It says garlic jalapeno on it. You gotta focus on it. But if you read the ingredients, which I don't know if I'll focus on that or not, it has a lot more than just garlic in it. Like onion powder, garlic powder, yeast extract, jalapeno, and then it has spices and stuff on it too. So I'm gonna be using that. And as you can tell, seasoning is not red in any color, so I am going to be adding smoked paprika. Also add that for color and flavor. It's also going to be using a little bit of cream. I guess you could use cream cheese to make it creamy. Sour cream, mayonnaise. There's the cheese I'm going to be using also for the fries. Jalapeno cheese. And then for the seasoning for the fries, because it's nacho fries from Taco Bell come seasoned, so I'm going to use sriracha, a little bit of seasoning salt, and for a little bit extra color, this is regular paprika, not smoked. Oh yeah, I forgot jalapenos. Jalapenos go on it too. Got the 2 bowls for make the sauce and marinate the steak. Spoon and fork for mixing and whatever. So I'm gonna get to the steak first. So I'm gonna get to slicing it up so I can marinate with the seasoning for I say a couple hours probably. I probably end up making it as soon as possible. So let's get started on the steak. Alright, get the steak going. We'll be using this. You can make your own taco seasoning. It's pretty simple anyway. Alright, basically just gonna slice this up. That's what I gotta do. I'm gonna use all of it. And the steak has been sitting out to get room temperature too. So, sharp knife. Start slicing. I kind of want it on the thin side so it's not gonna be too chewy. Top sirloin does have decent marbling in it. You can see the strains of fat in it and stuff, which is good. Gives a good flavor. Any other steak that doesn't have that decent amount of marbling on it probably wouldn't be too good. This fat is where the flavor is. Alright, let's look. Well, I guess I can cut the long pieces in half. That's a good size. These are a good size. So I was going to cut this in half. Time for the taco seasoning. I'm not going to use all of this because it's only probably like a ½ pound of meat. This is seasoning packs usually for ground beef for a pound anyway. So I always give it a good shake like that to get it all at the bottom. Let's tear this open. You can always use this taco seasoning that you like. If you want to make your own, make your own. I do have the stuff to make it my own, but I don't feel like it. I use what I got in the house anyway. So I'm just going to use a little bit at a time. It smells pretty good. Let's mix this up. I don't want to over season this steak either, because I know it's Taco Bell's steak and stuff is seasoned, but it's not really strong. Make sure every little piece gets mixed with some seasoning. Looks like there's chunks of garlic or onion on this brand. A grocery brand, Myers. Use a little bit more. And I'm going to save the rest of this for another meal. I'm going to make chicken quesadillas or something with this later. So I will save the rest of that. So as the steak marinates, we're going to jump into the sauce, because the sauce needs to like get ready too. The next thing you need is sour cream, spoon for the mayonnaise. I'm just gonna make a little, well, actually gonna make enough sauce for the nacho fries, and I probably will make the burrito, maybe, I don't know. So, mayonnaise. Using 2 small tablespoons. Sour cream. Almost equal parts of sour cream to mayonnaise, at least. A little bit more. Hands are clean. I just washed them, so I'll get all the sour cream out of there. Alright, next is the garlic jalapeno. Like I said, we mentioned before, there's a lot more than just garlic in it. I don't know if it's going to focus or not on it. I did taste it. It is on the spicy side. So how much I'm going to add, I don't know. I add enough to probably a tablespoon at first. Don't add too much. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. So probably about 2 tablespoons. Or 1 big tablespoon of seasoning. And so far, it doesn't look like Taco Bell's creamy jalapeno dip or sauce or whatever you want to call it. So this is when this comes in handy. Smoked paprika, because I remember the sauce being a smoky flavor to it. So I'm just going to add this a little bit at a time. Might not turn exactly orange, because I'm pretty sure Taco Bell probably uses food coloring. I don't have any orange food coloring on hand. All that, more of this. And one more thing, you can take a little bit of the juice from the peppers, not the actual pepper, for a little bit of vinegar. So I'm just going to barely pour some in here, like to thin out the liquid a little bit, make it more of a sauce than actually like a potato chip dip. Of course I have to clean the jar on the counter because I end up spilling it because it's not easy to pour out of there. I don't have any vinegar, so I'm just using what I got in house. And definitely nice and creamy. I think it needs a little bit more pickle juice or jalapeno juice. Nice and tangy, creamy. I might add a little bit more paprika to it. Seems like it's missing something. Hang on a second. It's not spicy enough, so I'm going to add some red cayenne pepper. I'm going to add a little bit of that to it. Also, it might help with the color too. So if you don't like it spicy, don't add too much of this, because this is pretty much ground up pepper flakes for the most part. Mayonnaise and the sour cream, the fat content, it's hard to get the heat up there. This fat hides heatness and sugar, because there is sugar in the seasoning. So season to taste. That's pretty much all you got to do. Alright, my sauce, I can do whatever I want with it. That's pretty good. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. Kind of like a medium skillet, but you use whatever butter. This is the European. It's like 85% fat. I think the regular stuff's only like 75% fat. Butter, so I'm going to use about a tablespoon. Get this melted up. Since there's hardly any fat in the steak, I'm going to use a little bit of butter. And you have the steak. This has already been like marinating in the seasoning. Just throw it in there. All of it. I'm going to cook the steak. You can cook it medium or whatever, or cook it all the way through, whatever how you like your steak. I'm going to go with the Taco Bell route and cook the steak all the way through. I'll turn the heat down. I don't want to give the steak a crust or anything on it. I just want to cook the steak. I don't want to give it like a caramelized crust or anything. We'll sear it up a little bit. So pretty much what I do is cook up the steak. And now when the steak's done, you let the steak sit on the stove in the pan, and then get the french fries going. So I'll be back to show you the next step of the french fries. Yeah, deep fryer preheated already, the 350. So open this up. You make a lot of fries or a little bit of fries, depending on how hungry you are. Probably make probably a third of the bag of fries. You can deep fry these, oven bake them. If you got an air fryer, you can do the same thing. They don't have directions for air frying, so I guess same thing like baking, whatever. So I'm just gonna do a single layer in the basket of my deep fryer. Let them cook. So while those are cooking, steak didn't shrink as much, so I'm gonna take a little bit out of here. I'll use half because I want some for another recipe for another date. Future. So the example that there is like too big. That's probably good enough for the fries. Cause I'm gonna cut that up. I guess you could use the tongs because the meat is gonna be hot. So I'm just gonna put it that way. And just chop it up, bite-sized pieces. I did cook it about medium. It is nice and tender. So I'm gonna finish chopping this up, and I'll be back to plate up the fries. I got my fancy plate out too. I don't have any other container to put the fries on, so I'll show you how to season up the fries, because Taco Bell fries are seasoned. So I'll show you that part next. Alright, fries are done. I pulled them out already, but you're gonna need a stainless steel bowl to put them in. You don't want to drain the grease out of them either. A little bit, because you want the seasoning to stick. So what you're gonna do is take your French fries. So I'm gonna stainless steel container. Alright. I'll do that. I don't take a bad angle. Alright, start with the sriracha powder. Throw some of that on there. With the paprika for color. And you don't need that much seasoning salt, because these fries actually have a little bit of salt in them already. You can adjust if you want more seasoning on it. You can do that. I wouldn't put any no more seasoning salt on it. So that's it for that. It's pretty simple. Okay, close up. Nice and orange. You can see plenty of seasoning on it. And it smells pretty good. If you don't have those seasonings that I showed or put on it, you can put regular salt, or you can use taco seasoning if you want. Which I don't know, I might add a little bit of taco seasoning. Let me open this up. Let's add a little bit. I'm not going to add a whole lot. Just to kick it up just a notch a little bit more. But if all you got is taco seasoning, use it. If you've got taco seasoning, you know, from scratch, you can use that too. So basically just take my French fries. Put them on there. Nice and hot. And I don't have I don't want to waste the seasoning either. Like the best part. Get all the seasoning out of here on the fries. Alright, next step is the best brand to get is the jalapeno cheese from Frito-Lay. It's the closest thing that you're going to get for nacho cheese. And this is what it looks like. I already been dipping nachos in it, whatever. But I am going to microwave it. So I do have a container here to warm it up because this was refrigerated. I need a little bit. I'm going to save some for the burrito. Microwave that for a couple of seconds. Nice and hot now. So take your nacho cheese. Nice and warmed up. And you start drizzling this on there, your nacho fries. all the cheese. Make sure you get everything off the spoon. You don't have to use jalapeno cheese if you don't want to. All right, time for the steak. So we'll just pile this up. Next is some jalapenos. You can use the mild. I'm using the actual hot variety, which still has the seeds like in the actual peppers and the jar and stuff. You can see the jalapenos in there with the seeds and stuff. So you can add little or less. So I'm just gonna some jalapenos in here. And I know I'm not forgetting the sauce. It's still in the refrigerator chilling. I'll load it up since Taco Bell doesn't. Or you can ask for extra. I'm just saying, you know, it seems like restaurants skimp on stuff. Alright, here's the jalapeno cream sauce. I did taste it. It is spicy. I guess I'd use a fork. And just put your sauce on here. Spoon probably would have been better so I can drizzle it. But the sauce did thicken up in the refrigerator because it was sitting there for a little bit marinating. I did doctor up a little bit more with more seasoning. You had to do it by taste. Everything else, that's how cooking goes. I don't measure out stuff. You know, it's all in my brain anyway. So, and you can put extra sour cream on it, but this sauce already has a creamy flavor to it. It's sour cream anyway. So that's it. Pretty much about it. All right. Basically, all you only need is your leftover fries. Or you can take the same fries that you made and put it in the burrito, wrap it up. That's all you really got to do. Now you can grill them, pan fry it if you want to. I might do that. I probably will go to add some like shredded cheddar, like a 4 cheese to it or whatever too. I will show you how to wrap up a burrito if you don't know how. So I'll be back because I'd open this up and get the shredded cheddar out. My tortilla shell is nice and fresh. The added ingredients I'm going to add some 4 state cheddar, which is like Vermont cheeses in it, New York cheddar and Wisconsin, whatever. Alright, got the same spoon, just wash it off. So I made video back to back. So I'm going to take the rest of this cheese. I'm going to make this burrito extra cheesy. I'll use the rest of this because I like cheese. Just spread this out. Pretty sure that's not how Taco Bell makes it, but this is how I'm making it. So I don't know how they make stuff. I pretty much use all the rest of this, not the whole can, but I use the rest of that. So make it extra cheesy. Hands are clean. I always wash my hands when I cook food. And plus it's my burrito. So if I want to lick the spoon and put it back and do all that, I can. Take a little bit of cheddar cheese. It's optional. I want mine extra cheesy. What you next is put your steak fries in here. Should get some beef. I will put extra jalapeno sauce in it. I do want to save some to eat later too. These fries are actually awesome. Actually turned out pretty good. Put more french fries and a little bit of some more steak. Like I said, this is optional. The extra cheddar. A little bit more sauce. This up. Just drizzle this in here. And you put whatever else that you want in there. More jalapenos you can. Extra sauce. Make sure it's not dry or anything. And I guess I can use the rest of that for the french fries, whatever, for dipping, whatever too. So I'm just gonna roll this like that side here, like this. Like this. Like this way, and I'm gonna scoot all the ingredients inside, try not to rip the burrito, and just roll it up. Really. There you go. The sides didn't want to fold in. And there you have it. rolled up burrito. And if you want to toast it, pan fry it, you can. Which I might, I don't know, I'll probably just eat the way it is. I should probably heat it up actually. I'll probably do that real quick. So I'll be back. I do have a panini press, but I don't feel like setting that up anyway. So I'll probably just do a pan real quick. Alright, no butter. No, nothing in the pan. Take your burrito. I'm gonna take it the flat side down first. Nice, the pan's already nice and hot, or I got it nice and toasted. Push down a little bit, make sure it seals. Turn the heat back down, or I turn it down so the pan wouldn't burn. I turn it down to like low, and I'm gonna put it back to medium. The flame's still going. Alright, kind of smoking a little bit. So hopefully it's not burnt. So let's flip this over, toast the other side. Please don't be burnt. Perfect. It's a pretty big burrito. Let's try to push it down a little bit. It's almost burnt. Have the heat. You can see it there. See, nice and toasted. Turn the heat back on a little bit. Gonna toast the same thing on the other side. And I will cut the burrito in half and do like a, I guess, somewhat of a food review on it, I guess. But I forgot, you can add Taco Bell sauce if you got it in your refrigerator like I do, like leftovers. You can add to your nacho fries or the rattlesnake. I go with the burrito. So hopefully this is cooled off enough where I can touch it. It's hot still, kinda nice and warm. Now should I go fancy or cut it all the way in like in the middle? Doesn't really matter. I just cut straight down the middle. I'm gonna be quiet so you can try to hear the crunch because it will be crispy, unlike Taco Bell. Go all the way through. I don't know if the cheese actually melted all the way in the middle or not. Not no cheese pool on it. I don't know. Try to get a thumbnail with stuff in the background maybe. Oh, it looks so good. Look at it. You can see the cheese in there. Oh. It's so good. Look at it. Don't you just look at it? Don't you want it? I know I do. It smells really good too. I probably won't make the video too long, but I do have hot, mild, and then there's fiery there. Rattlesnake fries are already spicy anyway because of the sauce I made, so I don't know if I'd go with fiery. But I'll do it for the video just for you guys. So let's get the food review, taste test, whatever you want to call it, started. Now, I will try the burrito by itself. It is nice and toasted on both sides, just like Taco Bell would. You can pan fry it like I did. I know some people don't have a panini press like I do, which I know I didn't show it in the video. I do have one. Maybe one day I might make sandwiches on it, maybe. I don't know. So let's give this rattlesnake burrito a try by itself. And I got the 3 sauces to put on it, which I already opened. Cheers, everybody. That's actually a pretty big burrito, and it's pretty much stuffed anyway, unlike Taco Bell. So cheers. Wow, that's awesome. Taco shell is actually nice and crispy, nice and pan fried. There's a nacho cheese in it, pretty good. Adding extra cheddar in it actually helps. So try out a little bit of mild sauce on it. Probably doesn't need any hot sauces because it already has a kick to it and it's kicking in already. It's actually pretty awesome. So mild sauce, Taco Bell. You see it on there. So give that a try. Cheers. Steak is definitely tender. Fries are so crispy. The mild sauce actually cools it down. Same thing with the burrito when I reviewed it. The link will be in the description below for the original review when it, well, I reviewed it when they were doing a test market item of it, which at the time they had the fries available and you could put the stuff on the fries on the app or online, and of course I think it was like $1 extra, but I wanted to get it done, so I did. So this is the mild, oh no, this one here is the hot. Let's try out the hot. Try to speed this up. And here's the not, well, it's the second hottest besides the Diablo sauce, which I don't have in-house or anything. I will use those up first. Last bite, and I'm not gonna give my own food rating because it's gonna be 5 out of 5 with, you know, 2 thumbs up anyway. So it's awesome. It's fantastic. So cheers. Last bite. That's awesome. And the filling, the fries, cheese, everything goes to the very end of the burrito. Cut it long ways so I can show you. Gonna show up or not. All the stuff's there. Sauce, cheese, whatever. So at least making it at home, you can control the filling on it, which is awesome. I am gonna finish this burrito. My lips burning. Sauce on it, cayenne pepper and stuff, hot sauce. So I do recommend the fries. I kind of showed that in the beginning of the video. I'll probably show both. This is like an extension burrito, which I'll make a separate video anyway. So I do recommend it. I'm gonna eat the rest of the burrito and the fries because I am hungry. It is kind of like my dinner. So enjoy this video. Give a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and hit the red button. I can't say the other word now because YouTube, I think, is you know, getting in trouble for, you know, saying that now because YouTube itself doesn't want you saying that. So all I really say is show the video some love and hit the, you know, ring the doorbell because you can't say that word in the whatever now. So pretty much about it.